I hope the sun is shining where you are. It's beautiful here. Don't stop. Don't stop till you get enough. Mm. You know, I tell you, I hope that you are having a wonderful Monday. I feel fantastic. Oh my goodness. It just made me think about this topic. Let me make sure I'm gonna put both of these on because I want to make sure that you feel me completely. I'm telling you, when we focus, it isn't how creative we can be. I challenge you to focus. Like, I don't know, like at least over the last 2 years, I have allowed myself to be text and called and text and called and text and called and called and text on a personal, just saying that on a personal, and just to leading to nothing. And I think sometimes, like, as a professional, how much time I get back. Oh, I'm so thankful to have my time back. I just started like not responding, not answering, not texting back because, after a time, and you're not saying anything, you're not saying, oh, y'all, can you see me? Can you see? And I'm talking about, I see you as you came in, talking about like, don't let things block your creativity. It's not really, I guess a part of success definitely is creativity. But the key, and I really feel that I'm old enough now to share the key to success. And first, you have to define what success is to you. And I have lived and worked long enough. I started my firm in 1995. So I've lived and worked long enough that, the sun's going to come and go. So stay with me. That realize that being able to smile genuinely like this and sit here with just lipstick on and not worry about it, and not happy is a blessing. That to me is success. That if God has it that I don't accomplish another thing, success is this genuine smile that God has put on my face. But that's not what I was gonna say. That was when I created this event, it was not that. Like, what happened was a client couldn't speak and she rescheduled. She couldn't talk today because I don't do this because I'm booked with appointments all day. So she rescheduled, and then I said, "Oh, I got some time. I don't want to talk to you." So, and I just started thinking about like Wednesday night. But the key to it, well, I really want to. I'm really going to share the key to success. But as I was, just being happy and thinking about sharing this time with you, I started thinking about how much more creative I am when I don't allow nonsense. Like I was saying about like when you're single, people will text you and call you and text you, and, just be texting all throughout the day. And me being me, I don't get that. Like, I have people who have texted me for years and months, never, ever, ever asked me to go on a date or get some coffee or anything. So now I don't respond to that. I just don't. Like, so because I'm not responding to the texts, not responding to the calls, just focusing on my purpose and enjoying the sunshine, enjoying the coldness, enjoying that fact that I have heat in my house, enjoying that I'm in good health, just enjoying my life, not having to just sit there and look at this, random, unnecessary texts that are leading to absolutely nothing. My creativity so much more on point. So much point. So if any of you have things that's like imposing things or people that are imposing themselves into you, not even helping with your dream, not doing anything to contribute to society or your existence or anything, just in there, just in there, just whatever, you know, stop it. We have to make a commitment to creating the life that we deserve. Nobody, nobody owes us anything. No, I was thinking about love. I was thinking about love. I was like, love is like water, and I'm not really like a poet, but as a poet, like I would say something like that. You know, I remember when I was in college and I had this poem above my bed, and I was like, if you if you were water and what did I say? And water were water and water was love, I'd drown myself. And I had that. I am too much. I'm just too much. But today I didn't think about it. I didn't think about it, love that, but that is kind of toxic to think, that it was like I was just like ruin myself, just kill myself. You drown yourself. How about like float and enjoy yourself on it? But I said that if you were water, I said if you were water was love, I'd drown myself. Maybe, I don't know. But on some toxic level, that's like some deep poetry. But we don't want that. So today I was thinking about like, just, that even though I realized that there are some things that are just unnecessary, like a lot of the texts and the things that we receive, that are just coming at us. We don't have to respond to all those things. We don't have to respond to all those things. And now, like, when I don't respond to unnecessary personal stuff, I have to reiterate it gives me creativity. It gives me like just creativity. Like, I don't have to put any energy. Think about the energy that you're putting into stuff that's leading to nothing. People that, like, I don't know, if you argue or you have someone that you've been arguing with for a while, I can't even imagine. But I have known people who have argued for a long, long time. That is not a key to success. No, that is just not. But sometimes now I know that a lot of people are confused because a lot of I'm when I think of success, I want us to think of, like, I think of it on a holistic, a spiritual, from a godly perspective. That success to me is that I have evolved and developed an even closer relationship with God. Like, that's like success, like, and all that comes with it, because I feel that as a financial advisor and God bringing me the creative thought of Afro economics, and that, implanting that in me, and also saying that it's very important to have the free membership so that everybody feels, welcome. And I don't have like, tiers. There's 5-star people, 4-star people, and this, and, because that's not how God sees us. No, he sees us. If anything, I want to think that God like sees us and like ranks us based on who gives love the freest, like who is most comfortable with love. Like, now I'm not saying like, where I was saying don't be mad at me because I said I don't respond to like random texts anymore and phone calls. Don't, that's, but love is like having the empathy of realizing that our purpose here is to make the world a better place for everyone that ever encounters us. So if I don't respond to a personal text, someone has been texting or calling me for over a year or whatever, and it's never led to anything, the fact that I'm not responding is actually showing love to that person, because that they're able to use that time on someone else. You should care about someone. You should care enough to want them to be happy. I mean, and I truly mean this. I truly mean this. It is amazing to me how many people say that they care and they love people, but they don't want that person to be happy. And I think that a big part of success is knowing that, that it's important for everybody to have their own definition of success. And just because someone doesn't like the way that you do what you do, say you're a tailor and you make suits and they don't like your suits, that does not mean your suits will not lead you to success. You just need to move away from that particular negative energy so that you can create what God put you here for, so that your creativity can get turned on. Right? But if we're like constantly being distracted by negativity and things that aren't leading to anything, you don't exactly see how expensive that is, because you haven't learned to appreciate your time or your essence or your response or your joy or your laugh. That once we get to the point where it's like, I really value this, I really like the being at my best, being my highest self, that you're going to want that. I hope so, that we'll want that for everyone else as well. And I think that what helps us feel successful is that we've learned to listen to what is important to those who were put here to serve. And that's like really has been a really big part of my life piece, or we call it success, that learning to listen and realize that what the person is saying, and no matter if it's saying, oh, you sell Benz, but what they're saying when you listen is that they want a Maserati. You'll never be what you do. It's something else. So all of a sudden, you can actually tell that person about your connection at the Maserati dealership. And the next thing, the Maserati dealership might be referring a Mercedes person to you. I think that in order to be successful, we have to change what we are, or change our purpose, change what we stand for, or change what we do best, because it seems like that's not what's popular, and people keep coming up into you asking about the Maserati. So you're right. Well, Lord, maybe I need to switch to that. And I'm gonna tell you, when you switch to that because you think that that's where the money is, then, but it has nothing to do with your peace and what you enjoy and what you believe in and what you're best at, what comes natural to you. No, then you're switching, following something that you're already destined to have. I truly believe that money is with us. Like, money is following us all the time. Like, we will never be without money. Once we accept that fact, that we're always going to have what we need, like, just lay straight. When you're focusing on, I'm going to do right, I'm going to do what God has put me here to do, money and you are going to be together all the time. All you have to do is focus on righteousness, and the money and the money is going to come. But once we start deferring our purpose, what comes naturally, who we are, perpetrating that we're something that we're not, um, communicating with lower self, allowing distractions to dominate your day, allowing distractions that have not paid off, have paid off for us. We got to let it go. We got to let it go. It's not serving your greater good that God put us here to be. No, we got to let it go. And a lot of times, like, we don't want to put the time in to listen to the direction that we're receiving, to actually hear it, to actually know that, like, this is the beginning and not the end. That this is the beginning. I really feel like, wow, this is just the beginning of my life. The beginning. At the same time, there's people who are my age, even younger, who really feel that they're at the end of their life. I feel like, wow, this is the beginning because I'm just figuring it out. I'm just figuring out that that I have a purpose, that I have so much more to do. That there's so much more inside. I think that's Renee Smith wrote this book. There's so much more inside. But yesterday I was looking at the mustard seed, and that just came to my mind. I don't know, something. And I said, how we're supposed to have, like, or God says, if we just have the faith of a mustard seed, just have the faith, like, just have faith. We could also see that as just remove the doubt enough that you can see hope, that you can see this is possible, that this could happen. Because for a lot of us, when you're young, you were never given the possibility. You were never given, like, this could actually happen. You could do this. We were told more about, like, what we can't do. That's not going to be possible. No. When I was young, I used to do so many things. My mom told me, like, if you come in here doing one more thing, I never thought anything. I thought I could do everything until she told me that I couldn't. So that when I had my daughter, I kept telling my daughter, like, she could do this, you could do this, you could do this, and the only problem was people outside, people at her school would tell her that she couldn't. Sometimes she got to, like, senior year, she had 5 AP classes, 5 advanced placement classes. The counselor at her school convinced her that I was ridiculous. And why would your mother put you in all these AP classes when, if she had passed all the tests for all the AP classes, and this is just my thoughts and what I was telling her she could do, but all the kids kept telling her, girl, oh my goodness, nobody does that. Oh, you can't do that. Nobody does that. The counselor, that's ridiculous. Oh no, you can't do that. She didn't tell me till she was in college, where she told me that they would apologize to her for me. I'm sorry, they would say. All these were white people who would work in the front office of her school. And they would go, I'm sorry that your mom is like that, thinking that you can do anything. She must be crazy. Isn't that sad? They just couldn't see. I remember telling the principal, I said, when I was in school and I was in Dover, Delaware, I was like, I don't remember a teacher telling me that I wasn't capable of something. And it could have been because, like, I was pretty aggressive too. Like, if they had told me that, it would have been attack mode. Like, what? I remember in second grade or something, they tried to call me Jenny. And I said, Jenny. My mama said, Jenny is a slave name. Never call me Jenny again. That was not, my mother was not having it. So the my our children now, their situation is a little different because you know, Roots isn't just coming out. Like I was, watching Roots and all this stuff, and then we were like real conscious and of the reality that we're seeing differently, that we're not that far from integration. But then you have another generation that just, they can try to convince, the system tries to convince us that, oh, that's way behind. Nobody sees you that way. But yet you're telling my child that she can't do it. She made it to it. How can she not do it? And she's in it. So the key to success also includes believing yourself, seeing God in it, even when nobody else thinks it's possible. I remember in undergrad when my major, my double major that I did, and this guy was so mad at, happened to be this white general. I was the only Black person in my classes. I went to University of Virginia's McIntire School of Commerce. And the guy said, nobody double majors in accounting and finance. Nobody does that. Like, somehow he had found out I was double majoring and was mad. So what we have to do is keep going, just like I did. But when I finished, I ain't waste the time like a movie would and go find, I think his name was Scott, tell Scott, hey, I made it. You just keep on going. It is like, so things are not like as obvious to us now because it's just like everybody's just kind of participating in our averageness. It's not a problem until you start seeking excellence. You're making others uncomfortable because you're trying to do something that's never been done, something that others wish that they could do, but they couldn't because they wanted to assimilate. And if you want to be your greatest God-given self, you're not going to be able to just smush right in. No. I mean, just think about it. If I were, talking about something that was totally not going to change a person's life and something that was just a blatant lie or something, everybody be watching it. Millions of people streaming and everything. But one thing that we should realize is that when the message is clear and the message is just for you, then the message is just for you. And that's one thing I had to tell myself, like that I know that the work that God has given me to do is vital. And it doesn't really matter unless I all of a sudden decide. If I decided that success had to be $1 billion off my community, and then that's the only way that Afroeconomics is a success, is if we're bringing in $1 billion a month. No, then that would be my measure of success. But to me, my measure of success is how much value can I add to a person's life? How much value can I add to my community? How many people can I extend the formula to success to? The importance of saving for the future, the importance of understanding the tax laws, the importance of doing the tax return, the importance of having the proper allocation and doing the proper amount. I had to really focus on that God put me here to be boots on the ground, not just someone that gets to do the fun stuff of just sitting there and being important. No, God said, you're boots on the ground. And that is it. So the key to our success is, first, we got to know what our success is, what our purpose is, what our reason is. It's not, and it's not, success to me is not a endpoint. Success to me is a process. Success is to me being able to have a discussion like this. What someone put on Facebook the other day, they said if you had to talk 30 minutes about something, what could you talk about? You know, if you had to talk 30 minutes about. So people were saying, like, you know, all this stuff, like what they do, and you know, all these different things. I was like, anything. I can talk 30 minutes. I can talk 30 minutes about anything that you want to talk about. And that's a very important part of my success, is asking you questions about yourself for 30 minutes. And the next thing you know, I didn't really have to talk for 30 minutes. You talked the 30 minutes about your goals, your financial future, your family, your children. You know, and you would be amazed at how many people are uncomfortable focusing on themselves. You know, that we have been degraded so much that we have been told that we should be transactional, that financial success is how much stuff you've been sold, not how much you've been served, empowered, loved, respected. No, I want to give you things that no matter what, you're going to benefit from my presence for the rest of your life. You know, that's what I want to get. That to me, that's success. That's success. I want to encourage you not to waste your time, and don't allow others to waste your time, because we can't get that time back. If there's one thing that I would love to get back, is the time that I wasted on trying to help people who could care less about their own success. Now I want to give my love, commitment, ethics and commitment to honesty and truth and education. I want to share that with people who want that, who expect that. You know, to me, that's a high value customer. They don't have to have $1 million, but they have to have that mindset that looks at themselves holistically, that realizes that their health is just important as their income and their wealth. And they love having a partner in their life that, and when I partner, I'm talking about like when we're doing business together, that you love having someone on your team that's all about health as well. No? I'm sorry, you probably were saying something to me. How you doing, Queen Howard? How you doing, Mr. Bradley? Peace, right back. How you doing, Mr. Muhammad? Okay, what can I do if I want money? That's right. So that's a good point. You know, Mr. Muhammad said, what can I do if I want money? The first thing to do is ask yourself is, what do I want the money for? You know, I feel that we need to have more money so that we can help more people. And I believe that because my money flows through me, that God always has me full of money, like water. Money is like water to me. It continues to just move. It continues to empower. It continues to provide. You know, it continues to educate. You know, I reinvest. No, that is the key to business success. You know, reinvesting in your business. I don't believe that I would be in business almost 30 years now, 1995, goodness, 30 years without the commitment to reinvesting. And when I reinvest into my business, it is investing in you. No, I do this because I know when you're at your best, I'm at my best. How you doing, Mr. Ramsey? When we say, oh, so what do I if I want money? The money is easy. Getting the flow of money where money is always coming to you, that's the challenging part. Because everybody's made money. But the saddest thing to me is when people are talking in past tense. Hurts. I don't, people I had before when I was young. No, that wasn't, real money. Like when you have a skill, a craft, a commitment, consistency, ethics, money will not be a problem. I can't see that. When you have all of these scandalous thieves out here making money, when if a person is broke, let me let me talk to them like 20 minutes, 5 minutes. Not matter of fact, all I need is a minute with a broke person, and then I know why they're broke. Now they can be like, my money is coming, this particular contractor hasn't paid me correctly, then we can talk. But when it just broke down, there's generally a habit, a lack of discipline, the unethical behavior. No, what's the word says, a fool and his money shall soon part. No, I think that it could be the attitude. We're not listening. I hear so many people say so many negative things outside of their mouth. No, don't lie. Speak truth. It is vital that we speak truth. We speak truth. There's just so much garbage out here that, I just the commitment to speaking truth and being about your word and doing what you said that you were is so rare today. It's so rare, right, Mr. Ramsey? It's so rare that can give you a competitive advantage just from doing right. Mr. Bryan, y'all hear me? Like, that can change everything because pure customer service is so rare. So, ethics, standing by your word, being your word, like that. I mean, what in the world? I mean, there's research out there. I think I want to talk about that Wednesday night about like, is our ethics going out the window? What are we doing? I get confused. When I was a little girl, I used to, look at awards show and things, and the black women would look so, in my opinion, so classy and so nice, and it was something to look up to, and now it's so hard. Um, I don't know where they're going with this. I don't know, where we're going. And so many people that need to speak up and say this is type of behavior that we expect. Like just for example, I was so disappointed. And when I was watching Jay-Z talk about this merger and acquisition and these new industries that he was going into, and I turned the channel, and it just happened to be on the same day. I turned the channel, and they were talking about, or looked on another site, and they were talking about Beyonce being naked on a horse for her album. And I said, like, what, wow, like, look at, these two professionals the same age, and she doesn't see herself as the entrepreneur that he can be and he is being decided to be, and she feels like she has to do something that she should not have to do. But at the same time, she wrote that this is what she wants to do. It like gave her a sense of freedom, and I see like women, my age who like feel like, they should do almost naked, photo shoots on Facebook and things. And so things, things are different. Um, I'm not sure how to articulate, what is right and what is wrong. I don't know, if it's like, well, but only thing I do know for sure is that you should be a person of your word. Be honest, be consistent, be consistent. So if I say, I don't, whatever I say I should do, I have to do. I feel responsibility that I have to do it. If I, I remember like about 20 years ago, I said, I want to walk like I talk. And that was when I had like a lot of debt, like, and I was like, I don't want this debt. I don't want this. I was like, I want to be I want to, be true to what I represent and or what I say. But so I guess instead of like worrying about like, how they make a living, because that's an industry's choice that they've made. Like, I have mad respect for whatever a person does, as and they don't have to be a role model for me or for anyone else. Like Charles Barkley, I'm not a role model, okay? We have to be the role models for our children. But I do know one thing, that whatever behavior we start, we need to make sure that we can finish it. Like if you start selling yourself on a particular way of life, then it's going to be hard. Like I saw that time the other day, it was saying that Snoop Dogg said that he's not smoking anymore. Well, he's built his whole career on smoking. So I hope that he realized, like, if you really seriously are not going to be smoking and drinking, maybe he just said smoking, But I know everybody knows I don't smoke or drink. So if you saw me out sometime, you should be disappointed if you saw me doing those things. But if you create your, success based on something that's going to harm you, like, it's not harming me by not doing that. I mean, there are a whole bunch of people with a lot of money who, I might actually get to meet if I got drunk, and smoked. But that's okay, because God will give me who appreciates me. And whatever, because I'm telling you, whatever stance you take, you got to stand on it. That's going to be your key to success. So if you switch on it, then what? Like, are you willing? Are you willing? Are you willing to lose it? Are you willing? What are you willing to change? Like, when your kids are small, do you want your kids to have that type of life? No, when Beyonce chooses to do naked pictures, you say that is what success looks at almost 40. That's what it looks like, then that's what you have to be prepared for, what your children are going to say success looks like. And those are going to be everyone that's with you. Remember, there was someone on the news one time, and he had done something, came across as racist. And the person was like, I'm not really racist. I don't want y'all to see me that way. But what they did appealed to racist people. So they started getting all this money from racist people. And I remember saying to myself, I was like, I hope they could, they understand, by taking this money from these people, you are going to have to represent their agenda. No, so, our definition of success is our key to success. My definition of success is peace and love and kindness and to be ethical from the perspective. What I mean is, do what you say you're going to do it, no conflicts of interest, following the law, don't do anyone any harm in order for me to win. Those things are important to me. And when I can look at myself and say, okay, that's it, then that's success. So the key to success, I think, is your smile, it's your peace, it's your cash flow, your honest cash flow. Yeah, honest cash flow. But in the shorter the time period that it takes to become consistent and walking like you talk, the more peaceful that your life will be. Because sometimes we just come, yes, Ms. Anderson, stand on your word. Yes. And the faster in life you realize how important it is to stand on your word and to create a word that you can stand on, the better your success will feel. I don't correlate success with popularity like I would have when I was more emotionally immature. No, everyone has to agree with you. Now I only focus on if this is in the best interest of myself and everyone that I represent on this planet. Then I know I'm going to speak my truth. It's unfortunate that too many of us who truly have something to say, we're being quiet, and quiet is agreeing. So it's going to hold you back from your ultimate success. No, because you're being quiet, so you're holding something inside, so your creativity is not being able to burst out. Once you're true to yourself, standing on your word, doing what you say you're going to do, being who you said you're going to be. Remember my mother said one time, like, why are you tripping? She'll be all right if you don't do that. I said, no, if I tell my daughter I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. Yeah, I'm going to do it. And that is just how I've been. Like, she hit the planet. I said, I thank for being able to keep it. But I'm quite sure that it was God first. A lot of people give up, but I'm sure that God made it possible first. You just have to move. You have to move the dirt. You have to move the dirt out of the way so you can see what God has planted down there for you. Cover it back up, water it, and watch it grow. Watch it grow. You all have a wonderful day. Wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you so much for your comments. I really appreciate that, Ms. Anderson, Mr. Ramsey, Mr. Muhammad, Queen Howard. I appreciate y'all. Mr. Bradley, thank you. Thank you. Yes, indeed. Banging the pots and pans. That's right. And most of all, don't stop till you get enough, right? Don't stop. Go get it. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Yes, he did. They stopped on me. Thank you, Mr. Reyes. Thank you. Frugal. Thank you. Oh, it's frugal, I think. Yeah, your fonts are different. That's all right. I love it. Love y'all. Don't stop. Please don't. Take care.